Hi there everybody, Bald and Curious here. It's been a long time, it's been a long winter. Finally this week, we here in New York have about 60-degree weather. Last week we still had some freezing nights, believe it or not. But anyway, I couldn't really do a whole lot of videos. It was too cold. I didn't have anything new either, so I finally did pick something new. As the box says, it's a CZ. You should know I'm a fanboy of CZ. And this is a big brother, or big sister, to my CZ75. Dum da dum. CZ97. 97B to be exact. B stands for, I don't know, but it means it doesn't have a decocker, it's a safety only. BD is the one with the decocker. Alright, so let's safety check it for you can see, nothing there, mags out. So this is what you get in the package. Gun, 2 mags, wrench for the barrel nut, and back here you get the instruction manual and the target. I believe this is the computer one or whatever the hell they call it. Let's see. It says 5 shots at 25 meters. Okay, pretty good. I did shoot the gun. I only had a chance to put like 3 magazines to it real quick, but I'll post a picture later on of the first couple of shots. I mean, that thing really fit me like a glove. So, for those who don't know, this comes in 45 ACP. This one actually comes with newer grips, not like the one on a picture. Since this is basically double stack 45, makes it pretty wide, pretty thick. So with the thinner grips, they're like aluminum grips. You can see how thin they are. Fits a lot better in the hand. It's not really that thick. I mean, it's kind of wide this way for me, but actually fits pretty good. Okay, so just for a quick, let me close this. You guys like my tactical background? For a quick comparison, let's pull up my shadow. Okay, you can tell it's pretty damn close. You know, the contour and everything is pretty damn close. Even the length is pretty much the same gun, but in a bigger caliber. Okay, you can see that the grips are a little bit wider this way, opposed to the 75. Now, as always, let's compare it to 1911. My TRP. Okay, you can see that it has a thinner grip, so I can wrap my hand a lot better on my 1911. But it's also, this one's a lot fatter. Size-wise, just like the 75 is really close to a 1911 in size. You can tell. I'm actually surprised if it's gonna fit in a same holster as a 1911, because the 75 does. Let me grab a holster. Okay, here's I believe this is not Galt, it's a DeSantis leather holster, and nah, it won't fit. I guess the trigger guard is just a hair bigger. The 75 fits. I actually used this holster at the competitions before I got blade tag, but I guess the trigger guy's just a hair bigger, so no, you can't. Oh, maybe. Nah, not really. I wouldn't recommend it. So no, you can't use it. Let's get back to the gun. This one's stock, not like my 75 that comes from a custom shop. So it actually comes. I believe these are night sights and a fiber optic front sight. Okay, the front sight is little. I think they use a different diameter rod because it's a lot stronger than my 75. I actually need to replace my 75, but you can tell it's nice and bright, picks up the light. The sights are actually, for the regular size, are pretty good. I prefer the target sights in the back myself, especially these, the Saturday ones, but I was surprised that these work pretty good. Okay, like I said, this is safety only, no decocker, not like the other version. The safety is it's actually fairly good. It's fairly positive. I was kind of worried about the 75 that it's kind of light, but it does have a positive click, and the range I shoot every Tuesday, like an IDPA league, is a hard range. So everybody walks around with a loaded gun all the time, and I never had an issue that safety came off carrying it just on the side. So I would go as far as feeling fairly comfortable carrying this cocked and locked, just like 1911. This, however, I don't know. It's hard to say. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it has a positive click, so you can feel it, you can hear it all the time. But I guess the time will tell. This one, oh, there you go. Actually has a half cock as well. So I mean, if you want to carry it this way, you can carry a half cock, and then you basically have a long double action trigger. Opposed to a single action. While looking at the trigger, let me I'm trying to figure out the pull on it, but it doesn't really say here. It doesn't really say what the there's nothing in here. I guess I'm gonna have to measure it and find out. But single action, I mean, I would say I would put it probably around maybe 4.5 pounds, comparing to the custom 75 that has like a 3-pound trigger. I'd say, yeah, probably 4 pounds. It's a little heavier, and it does have a little creep right here. You see the takeoff's pretty. Let's see the reset. Well, reset's actually not that bad. It's a pretty short reset. Not as nice as a 75, but not bad either. Not bad. I'm actually pretty happy. The double action is stout. That's gotta be 9 pounds, 10 pounds. It's gotta be pretty heavy. I'm gonna have to measure it, and maybe when I do a shooting video, I'll let you know. This one has a 7.5 pound trigger, but this one's a lot smoother. This one, the 97, the double action is actually not that bad. The single action, I guess a good gunsmith can polish the stuff up. I don't want to mess with it. I mean, I'm pretty happy as it is. I might send it to a CZ Customs, get something done, but I'm gonna shoot it as is for now. So let's take it apart. Take it apart pretty much the same as 75. You line up the notches, and I always use a magazine. Push in the back. You get a slide stub out. Your gun comes apart. Okay. Here's the bottom of the gun. The lower part, the top, pretty much the same thing. You got a rod and a recoil spring. You got this little tube, whatever the hell it's called. And basically this is where you would take the wrench, but there's no real need for the wrench. You can do it by hand. Unscrew the bushing. And here comes the barrel. Okay. Same design as 75. Now, I did shoot it, but I didn't really clean it before I shot it. Usually I give the gun a fair cleaning, just like I clean it all the time, and then lube it. But this one, I kind of took it apart, and they had like a grease on it and looked pretty good. So I just ran a boar snake through a barrel because I really wanted to get to the shooting range. And I just went and shot it and didn't really have any issues on it. So I guess I'll definitely gonna clean it after shooting a little more. I'll just clean it good. I'll probably treat it with a frog lube, just like all my other guns. If you saw my other video on a frog lube that doesn't really like cold, I didn't really have any problem with the frog lube in with like my either 75 or 1911s when it got cold, but my 22 conversion from Kimber that goes on my 1911 wouldn't even work properly. I had to borrow a ballast steel from a buddy at the range and just to lube the crap out of it just to get it running. So I don't really, when it's cold, I don't really use the frog lube. The Ren CLP works pretty good. But there you have it. This is pretty much just the initial thoughts on CZ97 I got. At least in New York, they're kind of hard to come by. I had my guy been looking for one. I had it in the back order for about 6 months. I keep telling him, and then I went to another store and they actually had one in stock. So, you know, my wife wasn't too happy about it, but I wound up just buying it. And after 2 weeks, when my permit amendment arrived, I finally picked it up. So let's do a little, before we wrap it up, let's do a little weighting. Let me bring my scientific scale and let's just see how heavy it is. Let's do with the magazine. Comes to 2 pounds, 9.6 ounces. Okay, let's do 97. 2 pounds, 9 ounces. So almost identical in weight. Let's do 1911. And let's use a Wilson mag, a 10-1 mag. So we got apples to apples. We got 2 pounds, 10.4 ounces. So, you know, this is basically just a 1 ounce heavier than the 97. With a 7-round mag, it'll probably be right there. No, actually, no, it's still 2.10. But, you know, this is all steel gun, just like that, a little nicer. But you can feel they're pretty similar in weight. All three of them. All three of them feel real good in hand. But this is the same grip angle as the 1911, but the little curvature that they add just gives it a little oomph, a little better feeling. So I'm gonna go out this weekend. I'm gonna load a bunch of semi-wide cutters, and this thing better handle it because my 1911 does. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to have a quick look. From the initial impressions, I can highly recommend it. I'm really in love with this gun, just like I am with my 75. So I guess this is it. Keep shooting, have fun. Until next time.